What up, though, YouTube? It is your good friend Zach Zyler checking in for a new video, and today we are going to be talking about supplementation. Something you guys have been asking about for quite some time, and so you guys know I'm all about that supply and demand, and that kind of a thing. But supplements, you guys. To begin this video, I want to start off by telling you guys that I am not sponsored by any supplement companies, and so one thing you will not see here, especially on YouTube, you will not see me endorsing any products. I will not be endorsing any specific brands or anything like that until I am actually sponsored. Now, I don't know how that may sound to you guys, but I simply don't want to come here on YouTube and promote a product and not get paid for it. I would much rather wait until I'm actually sponsored by a supplement company before I come on here and share actual brand names and that sort of a thing. But if you guys are absolutely so interested in the actual brand names that I utilize in terms of my subs, you can follow me on my Snapchat, which is a little bit off topic, but every so often on my Snapchat story I will upload my pre-workouts, shake, and stuff like that. And you'll see the brand names on there, but I'm getting off topic like I said. One thing about supplements is that I treat them the same way as my actual nutrition and my training itself, in the fact that I like to keep them pretty simplistic. I like to keep things very simple. I feel like the basics work, and the basics are what I like to stick to in terms of my subs. So to get things started, I want to come off and tell you guys that I do not believe that you should be taking supplements religiously or anything like that until you are at least 18 years of age. Until you're 18 years old, or until you have around a year, maybe 2 years of lifting experience, I would really suggest that you focus primarily on the lifting itself, learning proper form and learning proper nutrition also before you start worrying about supplementation. Now, I really did not start relying on supplements until I was 18 personally. I had the occasional protein powder, the occasional mass gainer and stuff like that, but it was nothing to the extreme. And even then, when I was taking a protein powder every so often, I really didn't understand what it was that the protein powder was doing. I just assumed that taking a scoop of protein meant muscle gain. I had no idea about exactly what it did for my body. So I really wasn't too reliant on any given supplement until I was around 18 years of age, and that's really how I think you should do things. I can remember in my middle school days where my friends had just started going to the weight room and they were experimenting with things like pre-workouts and stuff like that, and I don't even remember how old we were, but 8th grade, and my friends were already taking pre-workouts and stuff like that. And you're going to do what you're going to do, and everyone has different opinions, but I don't agree with that kind of a thing. I felt the need to really get a couple of years of lifting under my belt before I start experimenting with pre-workout and stuff like that, and it made it that much more worthwhile actually waiting, because I can remember I was 18 when I had my first pre-workout, and I can remember the leg day that I had when I first took pre-workout for the first time. It was such an amazing workout, and I can remember how worthwhile it felt, and how happy I was with myself for waiting until I was 18 to take a pre-workout. But again, getting a little bit off topic, you guys. Basically, I wanted to give you guys that disclaimer and tell you guys that I really believe you should be 18 years of age, or at least have a couple of years of lifting before you go and worry about supplementation too heavily. Now, as I said before, I like to keep things very simple, and I like to stick to the basics. I am always trying a number of different types of supplements in terms of the brand names, and I am never really sticking to one brand name in particular. I like to jump around and try a lot of different products and really see how they react with my body and see how I end up liking them. Now, the first supplement that I would recommend would definitely be a protein powder. Now, I personally utilize a protein powder simply to hit my protein requirements at the end of each day in an easier fashion. There are times when it is very difficult to get all of your protein requirements, obviously, from food, and a protein powder can be such an amazing resource to revert to at the end of the night when you are trying to really bring in the rest of your protein requirements and the remaining grams of protein. And that's really what I use protein powder for. The next thing that I would recommend would be a mass gainer. Now, obviously, a mass gainer is specific to the individual. If you are looking to gain weight, if you have trouble putting on weight, a mass gainer can be amazing. Coming from my experiences, amazing to really do so, to put on weight and stuff like that. Coming from a person with a very, very fast metabolism and a person who has to consume several thousand calories each day, having a mass gainer available to where you can just take a scoop and automatically have like 1,000 calories right then and there, it can be amazing towards helping you not have to eat as many meals throughout the day, because I personally get to the point where I don't even look forward to my next meal because of the fact that I'm eating so much. But a mass gainer will definitely help you and is suitable for individuals trying to put on weight, people who have to take in a lot of calories. Obviously, it's not for everybody. If you're trying to cut and stuff like that, I wouldn't recommend a mass gainer and that sort of a thing. So the next thing that I take is a creatine powder. Now, I personally cycle on and off of a creatine powder, even though I am aware of the fact that you can be taking a creatine year-round if you really wanted to. I personally do that for somewhat as a treat for my body. My reasoning for taking creatine at any given time is usually one of a few different things. The number one would definitely be maybe I'm looking to gain a little bit of weight, but the main reason I take creatine is to see gains in strength. Whenever I take creatine, obviously the whole reason that you should take creatine is to have more muscular endurance in the gym and to have an increase in muscular strength. Whenever I'm taking creatine, I definitely gain weight in terms of water weight. That's something that's very noticeable. I feel stronger in the gym. I definitely have more endurance to where I can do many more exercises and higher volume without a problem. And I have more like energy, I guess I would say. And I personally get more vascular whenever I take creatine. It may have something to do with all the water that I drink, because I am sure to drink anywhere from 1 gallon to 2 gallons of water when I'm taking creatine, which sucks in a way because I'm going to the bathroom like 5 or 6 times during the night, and that's no exaggeration, but that's something to be expected when taking a creatine powder and to be drinking so much water throughout the day. But that's what I primarily use creatine for when I am looking to go through periods of trying to gain a moderate amount of strength and where I'm looking for that extra endurance in the gym and that kind of a thing. So from creatine, we move on to pre-workouts. Pre-workouts for me personally are something that I'm not reliant on, but I do enjoy utilizing pre-workouts. As I said before, I can remember the very first day that I tried a pre-workout for the first time, and I had an amazing workout. I use pre-workouts simply to get that extra drive, that extra motivation in the gym, and to have that extra push, I guess is how I would put it. Obviously, pre-workouts aren't for everybody. I am a bit of a stimulant junkie in terms of my pre-workouts. I love the feeling of fire ants under your skin. That's the way some people put it. You feel the pre-workout kick in, basically, and I like stimulants. I'm a fan of that personally. I don't need it for every single workout. I cycle on and off of my pre-workouts every couple of months, and I just personally find that they are good for people who need that extra drive in the gym. I could definitely go without pre-workout, no problem. I just like the extra focus that I get by taking it and that kind of a thing. So those are just the main supplements that I utilize now. I am always trying a large variety of different things, anything from BCAAs to post-workouts to different casein protein powders. There's a lot of different stuff out there. There's a lot of bullshit and there's a lot of good stuff in the supplement industry. It's a matter of trying different things. It's a matter of trial and error. Just like your nutrition, just like your training, you have to be willing to try different things to find what works for you. And it's really individualized. Stuff that works for me isn't going to work for you, and the same thing goes vice versa. Things that work for you aren't necessarily going to work for me. It's a matter of finding what you like, finding what you see results with, and stuff like that. And those are really the basics, you guys. The protein powder, the mass gainer, the creatine, and the pre-workout. Those are really what I stick with personally. And like I said, I take other stuff other than that, but those are really the basics of what I stick to and the things that I take year-round. If I ever do come on here and I'm endorsing a product, I will be sure to be honest with you guys. I will take the supplement for a little while first to really ensure the fact that I like it and that sort of a thing. So with that said, you guys, this is a bit of a shorter video than what it could be, but I like to keep things simple. My supplementation over the years has been very, very simplistic, and not too complicated, but that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about anything else, I mean, let me know in the comments section. Maybe I can go further in depth and that sort of a thing. I don't know. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the video and that sort of a thing. I love you so much. And until the next video, peace out.